Hey, welcome to Holistic Growth. My name's Luke McLean, meditation teacher. I'm a life coach, father of five. And this little podcast is just something where I'm sharing insights, tools, tips, resources around well-being, around mindfulness, around personal development. And they range between 5 minutes and 10 minutes. And yeah, it's daily. It's the grind. It's the grind of growth. I like to call it the grind of growth. And the idea around how to use this podcast is to put it into your library of resources before you start to get too caught up in life and reacting and rushing, is to throw this on and to just sort of slow you down, raise the consciousness, let you think a little bit differently. And, that's what we're trying to do here. And today I want to share a book I read, I reckon over 15 years ago now. It was called Influencer. It wasn't even that great a book. It was a good book, but it wasn't a great book. But there was a saying in this book that sticks with me today. It's a saying that I use when I talk in workshops quite regularly, and it feels right to me. Often I'll take content that when I read it, it's like I get that, and that makes sense. And this saying, these two sentences, I just think they're so true, even 15 years later. And we basically, the whole preface of the chapter was around, we ask ourselves two questions continually every day, all the time. And this is how we inform change. This is how we make decisions. This is just how our minds operate. And I don't know if it's true or not, but it resonates with me. The first question we always ask ourselves is can I do it? So that just writing that down, can I do it? Now, physically, can I do it? Financially, can I do it? Mentally, can I do it? Environmentally, can I do this? Can I do it? Right? Can I pick up that pen? Can I run that workshop? Can I start this podcast? Can I actually do it? Do I have the skills? Do I have the resources? Is it possible? Right? So we're asking ourselves that question all the time. Can I actually do it? And then the second question that immediately follows the can I do it is it worth my while? Is it worth my while? And you combine those. Can I do it? Is it worth my while? And what the chapter spoke to in this book, Influencer, when we get a really strong yes to one of those questions, a stronger yes to the other no, we'll generally do something. So let's use the pen because it's a simple example of, can I pick the pen up? Well, obviously I can pick the pen up, right? Is it worth my while to pick the pen up? Well, if I want to write something down, it is. So I'll go and do it. That's a yes and a yes, right? Is it right next to me? And I don't have to get up out of the chair. That's a really easy yes. The worth my while might not even be there. I might just play with it. So the can I do it? Is it worth my while? Questions I love. And then often if there's a really strong yes that's overpowering the other no, you'll create change. You'll shift. Can I run a marathon, for instance? Or can I study for 4 years and take on that career or do that job? Can I leave the job? That's been safe and pays me the salary, and even though I've got kids, can I do it? And there might be a weak no of I can't. You tell a few stories of why you can't, or why it's tough, or why it's challenging. But the is it worth my while becomes growingly stronger. It is worth my while because this career doesn't speak to my values. This job is not fulfilling me. This job's causing me stress and anxiety. So is it worth my while to leave? And then all of a sudden you get a really strong yes of, is it worth my while? And then what you'll do is you'll leave that job because you'll find a way to do it because it's worth your while enough. And what I love about these two questions of building your capacity and belief of what you can do is huge. Can I do this? Getting uncomfortable, but being able to do. And stretching yourself into what's possible of a yes. And then really being clear on what's worth your while and not what's not worth your while. It's huge. Because we're doing stuff that we can do, but is not worth our while. It's not feeding our souls or our spirits. We can do it because it's easy and we're getting through life. It's not worth our while. It's not fulfilling. And we just live life with this weak yes and this weak no. And that's just existing. That's just existing. Because we don't want to expand our capacity of what's worth our while and dig into that and blow that up too much, because that could mean change, and change can be hard, or change will be hard because it's change. And we also don't really feel and have the energy or the gumption to expand our can I do it bucket much at all. So my advice and what I try to live by is really expanding out what I can do and what's possible. And then I really try to look at is it worth my while? Everything connects back to my values, connects back to meaning, connects back to spirit. And how I measure that, and I'll let you in. Actually, I'll let you in on how I measure that tomorrow. Okay, so I hope you like today. Tune in tomorrow for how I measure and hold myself accountable.